So I've been back in America for a year. I lived in Taiwan 15 years before that. Been trying to get situated, and I'll tell you, some things shock me, how angry people are. Just fly off the handle, go to the mattresses. I brought some dogs with me, having puppies. It's a special Taiwan breed. You can look it up. It's a Formosan mountain dog. And someone reported me to the police for abusing the dogs. The sheriff came by today. There's no abuse. Why is someone doing that? Busybodies everywhere. People reporting other people for nothing when there isn't a thing, just to try to get someone in trouble so they can feel, important. The lack of, and by the way, my car is fine, but I need to get that noise taken care of, don't I? The lack of, I mean, like when I came back, I didn't have a car, so I got this used car. It's a great car. It's a Nissan. The lack of care, concern, respect, it amazes me. It just amazes me. So Trump was just inaugurated yesterday, and I've decided that I need to get back into doing videos. So here I am. This is the first. It's a trial. It's a test. That muffler sounds terrible. It needs to be replaced. But I think, people are telling me, go talk, go on YouTube, go show people stuff. It was 15 years ago. I was first in Taiwan. I was there. I was early. YouTube was still competing with VEOH, VEOH, VEO.com. And there wasn't any certainty which one was going to win. That was the vlog environment when I went to Taiwan. And I looked at what the other vloggers were doing, and I looked at myself, and I decided I was just saying too many crazy things. And I wanted to take a pause. I wanted to grow up and mature and figure a few things out before I started spouting my mouth off. And that happens with a lot of people. I'm still growing and I'm still improving, but I'm thinking that I've grown enough and people are asking me enough to say stuff that I'm going to get back into the swing of the videos. But one of the biggest things was self-hatred. There's so much in this world where we do crazy things because we hate ourselves. I tried to make videos for YouTube. People didn't like them because honestly, I hated myself. I had this self-hatred thing going on inside. And until that's dealt with, you can't make headway. You're going to do terrible at your job. You're going to do terrible in your sports. You're going to do terrible in your work, your craft. Especially if you're performing. Social media is just one thing. You're going to do relationships. You're going to do horribly everywhere if you hate yourself. And so you've got to get that self-hatred stuff dealt with. So that was my story. It was in Taiwan, and I learned to stop hating myself. Maybe I could tell the story someday. But what it really came down to was being honest with other people. People ask me, do you hate me? Do you hate us? Do you not like my store? Do you not like my stuff? Why why do you have the attitude that you have? And my honest response was, I'm sorry, I don't hate you, and I love your store, and I like you, and the reason that you think that I hate you, I'm pretty sure, is because I don't like myself. I'm uncomfortable with myself. So of course you won't be comfortable with me either. You won't like me either. You'll think I don't like you or something, but you've got these bad feelings toward me, and that's really just me giving you my bad feelings toward myself. And I told that to some people, and once I was honest and shared that, they watched me change over the next 2 and 3 years. And then I came back to America. So, I don't know. People ask me, Jesse, why don't you go to church? I'm like, what? Like, it's not possible. You can go to the Sunday show, but church is not something you go to any more than you can go to human. You can't go to human. You are human. There is no going to. I don't. People ask me this question. I don't need to provide an answer. Why do you tell me why? My response to them is, why you tell me why you think that church is a go-to. And as for the Sunday show that people call church when it isn't, you tell me why on earth you go there, and give me one good reason why I should. And they can't. It's all this, you're a bad person if you don't, or you need to whatever, keep talking to humans. And I talk to humans. I do that pretty well. But I grew up with church as a go-to, and it never taught me to not hate myself. The whole time I hated myself. There's all this money you give to the church, and there's all this stuff. I'm going to let someone pass me here. Go ahead. Go ahead. You've got a... See, this is what I mean. He's driving close behind me, and he's got a dotted line, and I can't roll my window down because it's sub-zero. And he can pass me, but he doesn't. I slow down for him too, and he doesn't pass. I wonder, like, if I were driving in Taiwan, someone might have figured that out. Like, I slow down for him to pass me, and he probably thinks that I'm angry with him. And that's the situation in America. And the pastors and the preaching and the Sunday show have not helped people deal with that. So why go? When I was in Taiwan, I learned so much about patience. People don't want to start fights. They try, they will crawl over broken glass to try to avoid a fight. In America, they crawl over broken glass to fabricate and manufacture a fight. If this church Sunday show is all it's cracked up to be, half it's cracked up to be, how come nobody who goes to church learned how to stop creating fights and how to stop being so angry and how to stop hating yourselves? I learned more about not hating myself and not starting fights from people in Taiwan who pray to their dead family members even though they don't believe in it. That's their religion. I learned more about patience and avoiding, stopping fights and not hating yourself from the people in Taiwan than I ever learned from the Sunday show. People ask me why I don't go to church. Well, let's look past the fact that you can't. You are or you are not the church. I think the reason I don't go to that thing you call church is because the people there, they sure don't act like they are church. Yeah. Well, I think that's good for a first video. I'm going to keep bantering and talking.